Ohtani and his representation, Nez Balelo, are being sued, and they are being accused of sabotaging a $240 million real estate deal in Hawaii. It's a big lawsuit. It's filed by a couple guys that have been involved in this project apparently for many, many years. They brought in Ohtani. I'm going to do my best to summarize and remember that these are all allegations that are going on in a lawsuit. Okay, this ain't court of law. This isn't the law podcast, but I'm going to read the best I can here. So these guys, and their names are Tomoko Matsumoto, and he's a real estate broker, as well as a developer named Kevin Hayes, said they were getting increasingly demanded concessions from Ohtani's agent, Nez Balelo, and they, I guess, weren't answering to all of them. And then they claim that Ohtani and really representation got them out of the project, got them fired from this massive project that they've been working on for a long time. Many of you are going to look at this and go, foo-foo rich people fighting over real estate. No doubt. But Shohei Ohtani was involved in a massive, massive scandal last year where his interpreter, Ipe, was betting on games and stealing money, stole a ton of money from Ohtani. That case is done, right? He's going to prison, or he's in prison already. Like that, he was convicted. So here we go. We're a year later. Stars get sued all the time. AJ, I'll start with you. What's your initial thoughts of this? Because for me, I doubt that Shohei Ohtani is involved in the day-to-day of a real estate project. And I read as much as I could. I even read Japanese articles this morning about the coverage of this. It sounds like they were disagreeing, and maybe they, on Ohtani's side, thinking that he was using, marketing materials like photos and stuff that they didn't agree to, and that they were even potentially promising people that they could like spend time or eat with Ohtani if they bought some of these spots. And these are like $17 million homes on average. But it also does sound like Ohtani either gets paid or a discount or something like that for putting his name or his face or doing a voiceover for this project, right? If
Yes.
you want to avoid everything with a private home, you don't get involved in the marketing side of things. That part I know. There might be a lot of wrongdoing and you pull out of a project. You never know, right? You might have trusted the guys. Now it's a problem. But I don't know of many stories where guys are putting their names on real estate projects, if they don't need to.
No, most times if I had Shohei Ohtani's money, I just buy the whole area, right? It's 240 million. He's making 700 million. Just buy the whole island if he wants to. At this point, I don't know, man. This is just such a weird story. And why is he involved? Why is he? Does he need more money than what he's got? Maybe, but it just sounds like he's getting bad advice from somebody. I don't know who it is, but would you say, Scott? There's a video of him promoting this, and there's pictures of him promoting this, and they didn't like that they were using certain pictures of him, and then it gets real petty. So I don't know. Maybe this is the group trying to get attention? I don't know. The real estate group trying to get attention. I don't know. This whole thing is just weird. Like I don't get it. I don't understand. And listen, we can say whatever we want, but guys lose money, make bad investments, make bad decisions. It happens all the time. So I don't know what's happening in Shohei's world. I wish we could hear from him, but he doesn't speak very often. He definitely won't speak on this. So I just don't know. I wish there was some answer that it was magical answer, but I don't know. Maybe we get a magic 8-ball and shake it and it says yes or no. I don't know.
Well, my thing, Kratz, before you jump in, and again, some of this stuff is going to come out when we actually get to the court case, if we do. But within the articles last month, in what the suit called a, quote, coordinated ambush, Kingsbarn, which is the group that ended up firing those two guys who are suing Ohtani and his rep, openly admitted during the call to them that Balelo had demanded, the agent for Ohtani, the terminations of those two, and said that they said that they were being replaced and fired solely because of Ohtani's camp. So my thing, even on that side of the equation, Kratz, is if you get involved in all of this and you don't want to be involved anymore, why are you then taking the next step to get these two guys fired? Even if you don't like them and you think that they're doing you wrong, it sounds like you should just get out of all of that because of who you are as a public figure. And again, my guess, Ohtani is not very aware of what's going on here, and he's handing a lot of things over to someone. I also will say, if I'm him and I don't pay attention to anything, but someone's telling me, hey, I'm going to get you a deal on a real estate spot, I need you to voice something over. If that part is true, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to avoid that. I don't think that sounds like a great idea for me. It could become messy, or, that's really putting my name on a property that I want to live in and kind of be private with, right? And if I'm putting my face and my voice on something, I'm probably recruiting people that want to be there around me. I don't know. That's me. But maybe I'm seeing this completely wrong. I just think that we've got two big stories in the past year, and if you really want to lay low, this is not the way to do it.
And I think my hope is that it just comes out that it's another case of Shohei Ohtani's naivety. He's very naive in financial things, because then it's like, okay, yes, he's clear of all this. But I've also played with guys who are superstars and have been taking advantage financially of people, and I've never heard of it happening twice, let alone like once it happens, it's like, hey, I really have to close my circle. I really have to close the things I want to get involved in, the extra things. But we've heard all the time, Shohei Ohtani is a advertising mogul. Japan, over here, LA, like New Balance is, he's the face of New Balance. When you're a star and you're able to make this advertising money, Nez Balelo's never going to get him another contract in baseball. So all the advertising money, it's a short window. And so when he gets an opportunity to make some for his client, who knows, maybe he's trying to dip into this too. I don't know. But I think if you're making as much as people are saying Shohei Ohtani is making in advertising, and the team is probably making that much more, how do you even keep track of all of it? How do you even say, okay, I'm not going to be as naive, I'm going to get involved in it, but I also have to go do my throwing program, I have to do my rehab, I have to be the leadoff hitter, I have to do like,
ooh, pick me. I know the answer. I know the answer, Kratz. I know the answer to this one because I sit next to someone most days who taught me about this. If I was ever in his position, I'll call a friend, AJ Przinsky. If you're constantly getting hit with all of these offers and things, right? Obviously, you pick and choose your spots. Some are great and some are trustworthy. It's blue chip stock companies, all of that, right? But then you get thrown a lot of other things like real estate projects. What do you do, especially in your playing days? Because this is something that you did, AJ. What do you do? It's a really complicated word that you throw out there. It's two letters, one word.
Check your junk.
No, that's way longer. Two letters that you taught me. No. You
just
say no to some of this crap.
Like, say no. You know how much junk I said no to in my life? You know how much junk I said no, yes? I just got in this thing with my buddy Pickle. I don't know why, but hopefully it works out. I should have said no, but I didn't. Okay? But it'll work out. Why? Because he's Pickle. I mean, listen, do you not trust a guy named Pickle? Right? So, I mean, I got to trust Pickle. But here's the thing. You just say no. Just say no. Here's one thing I've learned about athletes over the years, and I've had conversations with people about this. You play, you're highly competitive, everything is going, you're pushing. You get out, and you're like, okay, let's say I'm going to throw random numbers out there. You make $100 million in your career, just random numbers, okay? Well, then you go to your country club, or you go to your yacht or your plane, and there's a guy who made $500 million, and he's got a bigger plane and a bigger boat. Well, the competitive side of athletes says, I want to be like that guy. Be happy with what you got. Don't chase 200 million, 500 million. If you got 100, try to keep your 100, let that grow, and then work on that. But be happy with what you have, guys. You don't constantly need more, unless the guy's name is Pickle.
But you need to do what you like. I mean, AJ Przinsky was doing was it WWF or WWE when you did it? You were the only active player doing Fox games in the playoffs the years you wouldn't make it. But those were things that you liked doing. So to me, Ohtani needs to do things he likes doing, and he's actually invested in watching and doing those things.
Yeah, this is very different to me. This is a pretty intense case going on here. And again, it could get dropped. But these are one guy's a 40 years of experience developer, another guy's a longtime listing agent. And they said, they went after them, and then they said there's even a neighboring development that they were trying to pick up, and then they went after that. So I'm like, damn, if any of that is a semblance of truth to it, get out, abort. And if you don't know about it, you got to reevaluate your team. That's all. Some people are going to look at this, think we're going after Shohei, the best player on the planet, one of the best players of all time. So don't do that. But we're going to bring this stuff up because nobody else does. And I like to hear the player perspective.